Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. We have many agents today, and I'm welcoming you to our webinar, the SUL Summer Schools and SUL Summer Programs webinar. My name is Slavas Palkevicius, and I'm Director and CEO of SUL Education. Today, we will present next summer to all of you. We will be going through the ideas of the projects, through the locations. At the same time, we have the panelists, we have guests together with us. We have already Leo Kouniakis, who is the head of EAL at Bedstone College. We have David Traub, who is the Hollywood producer in our One Take movie programs ambassador. We have Pedro Martins, who is the head of SUL League and generally speaking of the social activities and etc. We will be having more people joining us. I can see that Retallack, who is the founder of SUL Education, he will join us a little bit later. And we have Nick Jones, who is the head of the Musical Ways program. They will be joining us in 5 to 10 minutes. So let's, without further ado, let's start. Let me share the screen with you. I think everyone see the screen, and let us start immediately. So first of all, if it's the first time with us, SUL Education is an organization which has been established in 1976. We are organizing different types of educational programs throughout more than 40 years. We will be celebrating 45 years anniversary really soon. And so what we have already more than 20 participants connected. So let's go to today's content. We will be talking, generally speaking, today about the differences of SUL Education from the other summer schools around the world. We will present SUL League, our motivational system. I will be presenting the locations, the old locations which we already work with the schools, as well as the new locations, which we're really excited to do so. As well, we will be presenting the programs and new programs at SUL Education. The general presentation will take around 60 minutes while we're talking about the programs, and then we will have 15 minutes for your questions and answers. So what you have to do, if you see the question and answer button on your screen, you can always type a question there. You can also use chat, and we will answer to all of your questions after the presentations after the presentation is made. So let's start. First of all, so we have to understand that the SUL Education as the organization is accredited by the British Accreditation Council. We are also supporting, and we are the members of the Education is Great with the Department of International Trade. We are the members of Caring for Climate Initiative of the United Nations, and we do work with organizations such as Ubisoft, Lego Education, MSC Cruises, NBA Basketball. We will have more organizations joining us within the next couple of years, and there will be a couple of surprises which we're going to show within 2023 and 2024 as well today. So let's do the first SUL League. You see, whenever I think that the agencies who are already with us here, they know that there are so many summer programs, winter programs around the world, and usually they're very similar. The quality of their accommodation or the educational quality or the program quality differ. But for us, it's not only the quality which we are working on. For us, the main thing is always to make the kid happy, and not only happy, to make the things that the kid, when he's coming back home, he would think that it was the summer or the winter of his life. So what we did 5 years ago, we have introduced the new motivation system. And the motivation system which we use in every single center of ours. Hi, Nick. I see that you joined us. So you can mute yourself, and I will ask you to talk when we're going to be talking about the music. So SUL League. So generally speaking, what SUL League is, I've already explained a little bit. It's a motivational system. And this is the system which we do in every single center. For us, it's important when the student arrives for 2, 3, 4 weeks, that they would be enhanced academically and socially, as well as we would be able to increase the integration level for them. But the main thing, once again, for them to have fun. And how do we do this? The ones who knows, I will repeat. The ones who didn't know and didn't see the type of the programs we organize, generally speaking, we divide students into the teams. The team building is really important for us because as we don't really want to encourage individual competition, but we do want to do the team building. So here, if we go back to the video, you can see here 4 houses. Sorry for some technical problems here. So we see 4 houses here, and the students, when they arrive to our schools, they all divided into these houses. So it's the yellow team, red team, green team, and the blue team. Something similar to Harry Potter, I think you could say. So what we do, generally speaking, we do evaluate students within the 5 categories. And Leo, who will be joining me in shortly, he did it first time this year, and I think that he will be able to confirm how fun it was, not only for students, but for all, as well for all the teachers and the academic staff. So we have 5 categories we evaluate the student. The first one is the academic one. So let's say in the classroom, we have a teacher who is teaching the students. So instead of writing the grades, because it's a summer camp, we give a point, but we give a point not to the student in order not to encourage the individual competition, but we give a point to the team. If we have, let's say, someone who is lazy, doesn't want to do sport, we can always deduct a point or give a point for being there, for being active. Let's say we have students who are speaking during their lessons in Spanish, Italian, in their native language. So what we usually do, we deduct point for this. But if we see that the students from the same country are using the English language during the social program, during the free time, we encourage them as well. So they do receive the point extra. Then we have their category environment. The category environment that, generally speaking, we're teaching students to be responsible. And it's very important for all the students around the world, for all the people around the world, to learn how to take care of our climate, how to take care of our world, of the globe. So if we see that the students sometimes are, let's say, trashing or doing something, we can always deduct a point for something. Or if we see that the students are helping the others to recycle, or they are recycling, then in this case, we are actually giving them the points and encouraging them. The social awareness, it's very important. We do understand that we have students from all over the world. We have students with different backgrounds, different ages, different genders, and different cultures, religions, languages, etc. And we have to understand that it's always important that we would be aware of how the student act in one or another situation. It's the respect, generally speaking, respect of teacher to student, student to teacher, student to student, etc., etc. So these are the points, and this is how we do. At the end of the week, the team which gets the most point get the SUL League Champions Trophy, or we call it the Goblet of the Sun. This is how the teams look like whenever the students are coming. We always give them the t-shirts, caps, sometimes hoodies. It depends on their, for example, this winter, we will have this new line of the winter clothes with the hats and everything else. But we always give them something so they would bring it back home. They would feel the part of the house. They would feel the part of the team. Here is the video. This is the video how we do organize the ceremony, how we divide the students during the centers. The students are divided into these teams, and we have different ages of the students. So we have the junior school of 8 to 12 12 years old, and we have students in our summer camps from 13 to 17. So they are divided when it comes to the social program and the academic program to different classrooms. But whenever it comes to the team building activities, we do want them to be together. We do want the older students to help the younger ones, etc. And here you can see the end of the week. We have a red team who won the championship. They got their goblet. They got a pin of the champion. Only the champion team can do the pin and can wear it the whole week. And this is one of the centers, one of the event at the end of the week. We have a music event here, and we have the celebration. The teachers, the academic teachers, they are announcing who are the winners of the week. So Pedro, we have started to work with Pedro a couple of years ago, and this year Pedro was involved in the whole SUL League and the social activities of the students. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what do you think about the program? Pedro, you have to unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself.
Sorry. My name is Pedro. I'm originally from Portugal, and I have an academic background in psychology. I'm a firm believer in the positive impact that these camps can have in the students' overall development. In the past 6 years, I've been working in the UK at summer camps. I started as an activity leader, and since 2019, I became an activities organizer. In the past 2 years, as Slavas mentioned, in the past 2 years, I've collaborated with SUL Education at 2 of their summer camps, one in Malvern, in Abbey College, and the latest at Bedstone College. In the coming summer, my main task will include overseeing of the implementation of SUL's League system, and to make sure the academic, social, and SUL's programs are fully integrated in every center where the summer camps will occur. We aim to achieve this with the introduction of training programs, so for all the staff involved, so everyone understands what SUL League system is, the vision SUL has for the camps, and we can all work together, collaborate to give to the students the time of their life. During the camps, I will also supervise on site the overall functioning of the camp and work closely with the heads of the academic, social activities, and welfare departments, so everything can run in the best way possible. And
thanks a lot, Pedro. Yeah, this is really important for us. It's really important that every single center would be treated the same, that the system would be overseen by of course, the social activity officers, by the academic staff, by teachers. So in every single camp, the kids would be as happy as these kids are on the screen now. Okay, so let's go to the point number 2, locations. So we already presented the locations this year, but we do have a couple of surprises today. We will present some new locations, which we will start introducing straight away from tomorrow. And we have prepared the new brochures for you. And why did we do this? First of all, because this summer is going great for us. And most of the centers are getting to their full capacities, and which we are really happy that this post-COVID time is finally behind us. So this is why we will present today the locations for next year, as well the new locations. The first locations I'm going to be talking now are the residence centers. Our center and the main center for next year is going to be the Bedstone College, as well as last year, Leo, who is there head of EAL at Bedstone College. He's overseeing and he's actually working with all the academic and the social activities officers. He's the center director during their summer, and it was our first year we did this summer, and I love the experience. So Leo, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Slavas. So my name's Leo. I'm originally from Greece, but I grew up in Australia. I've been head of EAL at Bedstone College for a number of years, and I've also been involved in running summer camps for many years. And I must say that having this cooperation last year with Slavas and SUL was a unique experience, I think, for myself and for all the kids. Our center provides what other centers provide as well, but the SUL League is what makes it different. And the students were very much involved in it. They were having fun, a lot of fun, and that's very important. Now, Bedstone College, a few things about it, we're located in Shropshire in a unique environment, lush green environment. It's a very rural place. And a very safe place, if I don't mind saying so. The college is located with around 40 acres of land, with lots of sporting facilities, educational facilities that one may require. All the teachers that we have there are very competent and very experienced in running summer schools. And the summer school we had last year with SUL was absolutely amazing. I could not believe my eyes when the students were leaving and crying, saying, "Can we stay longer? And when can we come back?" So I can say that the environment in the UK, Bedstone, the rural settings, with all the facilities we have, plus the excellent program that is provided with SUL, I think made it very successful, and both students and staff enjoyed it enormously.
Thank you very much, Leo. And believe me, it was an amazing experience for all of us. And your professionalism, it's on the highest level. I think you were one of the best academic director we ever worked with. And I really wait not only for the summer camp. We do have a winter camp really soon. So so the winter is coming for us. Just for those who don't know, we were able to fully book our winter camp this year with Bedstone, and the next slide, which I will show, Leo, it's going to show you the numbers already for this year, for the summer. We are quite early this year, so the number wise we'll see what do we have in Bedstone. So in Bedstone College we will start on the 9th of July, and we will finish on the 20th of August. We will have the capacity of 140 students in total. And at the moment, if we look week by week, we can understand that the week number 2, 3, and 4, it's almost on full capacity. We will be able to accept maybe one group. We will accept a couple of individual students for this week's, as well as the first one. So we still have the possibility for August, 2 weeks. And this is what we're doing now. So we will try to get as many students as it possible. This year nationality is great in Bedstone, so we do have the students from France, we do have the students from Italy, we have the students from Spain, we do have students from Mexico, we have a group from Saudi Arabia as well. So it will be a great camp. So Leo, thank you very much. We'll go ahead to other. You can stay with us in case you decide to leave, don't worry, and I will send the questions of anyone who is going to be asking to you.
Right, thank you
very much.
Thanks.
All right then. So let's go to the other center. One of our biggest centers is Taunton School. The Taunton School is the center which we work already for the last 14 years. Earlier we used Taunton Center, only Taunton School Center, only for the closed groups which we were receiving from all over the world as well. This year we're opening Taunton School Center with already our groups on the site, and who will be integrated together with our students. This is why we were able to sell quite a big number, quite a high number of student places in Taunton School. The Taunton School is a beautiful setting in Taunton. You know, Taunton is famous in the UK for having 3 big schools like Taunton School, Queen's College, King's College. We work with 2 of the schools there, and the main center in Taunton for the summer will be the Taunton School for us. This is how the school looks like. We have the facilities for more than 200 students. They did renovate their canteen this year. It's completely state of the art. They knew, and we really hope the students and the agencies will enjoy to stay in Taunton this year. As it comes to the numbers, we will start our programs in Taunton from the 9th of July until the 3rd. We will finish them until on the 13th of August. The arrivals are Sunday to Sunday or Sunday to Saturday, depends on the groups. We will have the capacity of 200 students, ages 8 to 12, 13 to 17. At the moment, as we have 200 students, we have in every single week, we have more than 100 students already booked. So we do have the capacity in Taunton, but it's still, when it comes to the week 1, 2, 3, 4, as always, July is the most popular for all of the centers. And now let's get to our new center. Is the sister school of Bedstone College, good friends, Ipswich High School. This is the new center which we are starting to work this year, and we're really happy that we are able to do the groups there. It's a beautiful setting, around 1 hour 15 minutes from London, around 1.5 hours from London, and you can see some of the videos of the center. Ipswich doesn't have too high capacity, like let's say they don't have the possibilities as the Bedstone College has or the Taunton School has when it comes to the capacities. We can accept maximum 100, 110 students there, and generally speaking, Ipswich High School is almost fully booked. We can accept only 1 group for the week 1, 2, 3, 4, and we do have the possibility for the week 5 and 6 still to get a couple of groups. Okay, so now is the time when I can actually reveal our new locations. We've never showed them before, and the new locations which we haven't advertised yet. And I'm really glad to inform that from next year, we're going to start working with the University of Worcester. Oh, sorry, I've left Ipswich here. Sorry for that. It's in Worcester, not in Ipswich, and which is not far away from Birmingham. It's first-class facilities with the ensuite rooms. The university is a great social program. The program, which is once again having the possibility for students to travel the same as in Bedstone to the locations such as Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, Oxford, even London. We do the travels to London for our students, and that's the first year. At University of Worcester, we already. Just 1 second, I have to show you the facility. This is the town. It's a beautiful town, not far away from Birmingham. This is the campus. Once again, the high standard campus. We do work with them not only with this type of the centers for the summer, but they do have a program, basketball program, as we have basketball program, and they have one of the best actually basketball facilities in the UK as the university. This is their hall, which is our state-of-the-art sports hall for basketball. So at the moment, at the University of Worcester, it's very similar to Ipswich, but I'm really sorry, this is the mistake. Of course, it's not 90%, 90%. We have the possibility at Worcester University of 250 students per week. We already have 130 students booked for first 4 weeks. The accommodation will be only from the 6th of July to the 3rd of August. Once again, whenever you look at your slide, the numbers are not correct here. I will be able to send everyone the new numbers. We do have already 130, 40, 50, depending on the week, per week in Worcester University. The arrivals, this is the important part. The University of Worcester programs, the arrivals are Thursday to Thursday. So that means for the groups who want to buy, the cheaper tickets and trying to get, this is the good possibility for you to use the possibility to travel on Thursdays if you don't have the possibility to travel on Sundays or Saturdays. So this is the center which we are doing the Thursday to Thursday arrival and departures. All right. And the new location for us, one more location, is the Hockerell Anglo-European College in London. So it's in not in the greater London, but it's in outskirts of London, not far away from London Stansted Airport. At the moment, we haven't started to sell this center. This is the first time we present it. We will start only from next week after the Christmas and then after the New Year. We know that this center is the premium location because it's not far away from London. So generally speaking, we have the possibilities to get to Cambridge, Oxford, London on a weekly basis. And the social program is quite rich for the Hockerell College. So we will be accepting students from the 9th of July to the 6th of August. The capacity is only 100 students in the center. And we have 0 bookings yet. So this will be our most active, I think, time to book the center. And we will start doing this straight after the webinar is finished. As many of you know, that SUL Education organize, besides all their international or residential courses, we do organize a lot of mini stays. We do organize a lot of homestay programs, and throughout the year we have students. Before COVID, before COVID, we had more than 5,000 students every single year. Of course, COVID did the things to us which. That from now on, from last year, we had almost 0 students, and then we started once again to come back. So we're calling it the post-COVID period. So what we've decided to do, we took a couple of our host family centers for next year, and we've agreed with the group leaders, we've agreed with our groups that we will finally start integrating our international students from France, from Spain, together with their other nationalities. So I'm happy to present our host family centers for next year. Our first host family center, which will be the international host family center, will be in Waterloo, Kitchener, and Ontario, Canada. So Kitchener, you know that the ones who do send the students to Canada, you know that this location is the good locations for the social activities. Once again, you can visit Niagara Falls, you can go to Toronto, you do the tower, the TV tower, and there are many things which the students will be able to do. It will be our first year which we finally give the opportunity for international students to join our students. Then the next one is the Clonmel in Ireland. It's in the middle of Ireland. It's around 1.5 to I think around 1.5 hours from Dublin. Once again, it's the homestay center. We use their high school for education, also the facilities of the Clonmel High School in Ireland, and all the social activities we do. Dublin, we go to Dublin, to Limerick, to Cork, and travel together with students around. And we do have a homestay center in Dublin, so it's outskirts of Dublin, which is called Rush, and at our St. Joseph's School. And once again, we have the possibility to accept around 150 students. We do have already around 100 students here. All the students would be staying with the different nationality students as well, the ones who will register at the homestay. There will be 2 students per room when it comes to the homestay. Sometimes there are 4 students in one family. So generally speaking, what we do, we take 2 rooms, and there are twin rooms for 4 students, but usually it's 2 students per family. All right, so that's it with the locations. You will receive more information. You will receive the brochures from us, and you will see where and how we organize everything. And let's start with our programs, and let's go ahead and present and show how do we organize. The ones who've never worked with us, what I want to explain here now, that it's not only their motivation system which helps us to be different as the summer camps, as the winter camps. It's also our specialty lessons. The specialty lessons is always organized. It's always organized on a daily basis. So let's say we have our regular courses. So whenever you do the group or send the individual students, you can always send the students to our regular course, which is called Experiences Great Britain. So that means that the students will get 4 lessons of English per day, plus the social activities, plus their excursions. So it's English plus culture. Then every morning we have the possibility, we do the morning exercise with students. This is how the morning exercise looks like. So before we going for breakfast, this is how our students look like. And of course, the sports activities, etc. And I can see that Džiugas or Kristijonas have joined us. They are the directors of Robotics Academy. We work with them already for 5 years. And our main, I think that the biggest sale every time, it is the Robotics Summer Lab. So let's say you want to send the group to us, and you decide that some of your students want to do English plus robotics. Some of the students decided to do English plus culture. So you can always give the possibility for students to choose. So I don't know if Džiugas or Kristijonas, I don't know who connected, if you could get the video on and tell a little bit about the robotics shortly. If not, I'm going to present it as we have it here. I can't see there. They can't. All right, just 1 second.
Yes, hello, Slavas. Yeah, it's
Oh,
very good
hi,
to be here. Yeah, can you hear
how
me?
are you doing?
Yeah. Good. So best wishes from Dublin. You know, we're just finished after meeting, so it's really good to be able to join you and see you and everyone and enjoy what we managed to do in the past 5 years. So I'm glad to see, our familiar faces and engaged students. Robotics is becoming #1 thing in the world right now. So I'm glad that it's picking up and it's being used as a tool to increase students' interest in learning English language and applying it while learning also other valuable skills.
Exactly. Kristijonas is my fellow Lithuanian, and we do work already for, I think, 5 years together. And they do open the Robotics Academy, if it's not a secret, I think. You're establishing everything in Dublin now. So good luck with your project. I see it's Kristijonas, not Džiugas.
Yeah.
So there are two directors of the Robotics Academy, and first of all, Kristijonas, I would like to say that the professionalism of the teachers you are preparing for the robotics and everything, it's outstanding. The students love the group, the programs, and as you see here on the photo here, there are 2 students from Mexico here with one of the teachers from the Robotics Academy working on one of the robots. And how the program organized. So every morning, the students, when they have language courses, so they have their four language lessons. After the lunch, the students are going to the specialty lesson, and the specialty lesson is the robotics. Here, the students are divided into their teams of 2. They're getting the robotics kit. And every day they are trying to create the new robot. Usually they do the new robot per day. Sometimes the projects are a little bit more difficult, so it takes a little bit longer. You can see here the boys working on one of the one of the project, as well as the girls here. So it's not only robotics, it's programming, it's logic, it's understanding, everything's involved here. The students love doing the robotics with us, and this is our biggest program for sure for now, and for next year, I think it's going to become even bigger. All right. Oh, this is one of the projects which was created once again with the students, and sorry, something doesn't work for me. So it's one of the projects which was created with the help of the teachers and already their higher level robotic students. This one, as I think it was the first year which they did. There was a boy from Spain and the boy from the US who created this, and I bring this robot all over the world with me. So this is the robot in Brazil with some of the agents in Brazil, showing how it works and how the things can be done when it comes to the robotics. So let's wait. I think the most of you, the participants who see this, you already saw this robot live. Yes, exactly, it's done. And the Rubik's Cube is done. All right. So that was robotics. Kristijonas, thank you very much for joining us. If you want to stay, you can stay and listen what the other projects which we're going to be doing. We will have some questions after the presentation. And now we will start with the musical ways, or musical ways, whatever we call it. So the musical ways program work in the way that the students come to our programs. What they do, they always choose the style of their presentation, of their performance. They choose which kind of the instrument they want to play. But more about it, we have Nick Jones. Nick, are you here?
I'm here, yeah. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm still in school at the moment, so hopefully the reception isn't too bad, but I can hear and see okay.
So, Nick, we did the robotics we did the music for, I think, as well, 5 years already. And
yes.
So how is it everything? And I know that we are preparing for next year. I think that we will have to have more teachers when it comes to the number of centers we can see now. So just shortly, could you present the program? Yeah, and yourself.
Okay. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, yeah. So I'm Nick, and I'm predominantly a musician. I'm a professional musician and a music teacher here in London. But we also do something called a creative tech lessons and after school clubs, which is kind of a mixture of Lego robotics actually, and music, digital artwork, that kind of thing. I'm actually at a camp right now, just about to leave. But yeah, in the last couple of years, we've 4 or 5 years, we've collaborated with Slavas, and I run the music program, and we help either teach or find the teachers for the program. So the basic idea really is that the students have 2 weeks or 4 weeks, or however long they're at the college, to basically learn a song together. That's the main goal. And they have the lessons from the teachers in order to do that. And everyone learns singing, and they learn at least one other instrument as well. And that's normally either guitar, drums, or piano. Sometimes more, sometimes we can do all 4 if the college and ourselves have the resources for that. But it's always at least 2 instruments that they learn. So singing and one of the other instruments I just said. And yeah, the idea is that they're all performing together, having the lessons with the teachers during the day, during that whole week or however long they've got. And then we do a performance. We do a concert as part of the, as the SUL concert, with all the presentations and where everything else is. So that's how it kind of runs in a nutshell. Has anyone got any specific questions, or should I go into more detail? That's the basic idea. And of course, the teachers are all professional musicians, and we put them into groups everyone learns together. But of course, if there's two teachers, it will most likely be that, you know, one teacher like myself will be like the guitar teacher and drum teacher, and the other teacher will do the singing and the piano, and we alternate, and everyone gets their lessons, and we rehearse together. But that's the basic idea. There is obviously some more detail to it than that, but that's roughly how it works. If anyone's got any specific questions, Slavas, or I'm sure I've missed something, but that's the basic idea.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Thanks a lot. Okay. So once again, coming back to the summer, the music always, it's one of our smallest program. The groups are usually 4 to maximum 10 students, and but we love the possibility that the students are able to create something until the end of the week. For us, the main thing is that this is what Nick has told, that the students have 2, 3, 4, sometimes 1 week to create the performance, to do the performance at the end of the week during the big award ceremony, which we organize at the end of the week. And they are getting the points as well. But, you know, as the music students, everyone gets the points there. We don't really want to for students to feel somehow disappointed. So generally speaking, it's more the performance. But it's, Nick, I think it's quite hard for them because some of them are younger, some of them are older. And the youngest one, whenever they go on the stage, because we have still 150 kids around, sometimes 200 kids, it's quite difficult, I think.
It is, yeah. And obviously, you know, we don't really know until, of course, we meet them, the ages, the abilities. Everyone's, you know, some of the students might be total beginners, never played an instrument before, whereas we had some people that have, you know, already playing something, and they want to do that as part of the performance, which is fine. We just give, you know, if they're a beginner, of course, we give them really easy parts to learn, really basic things, obviously, and only do one instrument. Whereas if there's somebody that's already amazing and can already play an instrument or two, we just give them much harder parts to learn. We say, okay, well, can you do this? Maybe you want to learn this classical piece, or even a solo, you know, thing, you know, so that everyone has something, no matter what level. But we just obviously base it on whatever level they have, or if they have an instrument that we don't actually offer, but they actually bring it themselves to the college. Some, you know, people might bring a violin or something, and if they want to join in with the group, you know, why not?
Thanks.
So yeah, it depends, of course. Kids, yeah.
Thanks, Nick. I always enjoy to work with you both, with you and with your teachers, and it's always fun to have the music one. I know that Pedro have joined us this year with the music one as well, because he does have the possibility to do this. So all right, so thank you very much. So this is the program Music Always, or Music Always, once again for the agencies who are with us, the one who will come on demand as well to check everything. Just to explain, whenever you do the group or send the individual student, you can choose one of the programs in the center. So when we send the brochures to you, explain which center has each program. Majorities of the centers have all the programs which we're presenting today. So we have the robotics, you have the general program, and you have the music at the moment. And I think, all right, I think it's my favorite program. And I love, because, you know, working with this program, because it shows so many flaws and all those all this hard working of the students. So the program which I'm going to present now, called One Take Movie, which we started only 4 years ago. It becomes bigger and bigger every year. And David, you've joined us already 2 years ago, and this is it's going to be our 3rd season.
That's right. I love One Take Movie because it's the perfect way to teach language, perfect way to teach social education, the perfect way to teach leadership, communication, listening, empathy, and all those kind of things that young people need to meet. But it's also a great way to teach filmmaking, storytelling, and argument. And what One Take Movie is, it's a program whereby groups of students during the summer typically, but not always, come together into teams. They dream up a concept for a very short movie, a one-take movie that typically lasts about 3 to 5 minutes. And then they make their best efforts to work together to act, direct, and produce this movie. They cast it, they do everything, minus post-production and shooting, for which professional cinematographer and editors and musicians play. I love this because I am indeed a filmmaker. I've made my first movie, excuse me, when I was 15 years old. And that was many, many years ago. I'm now an executive producer of many movies. I've probably executive produced somewhere between 10 and 15 movies. I have another 8 movies now and a couple of TV shows in development. All of my movies are social impact. That's very important to me. And it's really very important to all of us because the screen is very powerful, even more powerful than the bullet, as we can see these days. And we teach the kids not only how to make movies, but to be responsible for the impact of their movies. And we help them understand why they make certain choices, why they tell certain stories, and how to communicate certain values and outcomes so they can teach within the context of entertainment. I love this program and I'm honored to be here. Sorry for the coughing.
That's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much, David. And you're really humble. You know, David did make a couple of very successful movies. The one I think that the one which everybody could knows is I think with the Jobs with Ashton Kutcher.
Steve Jobs.
We had your
right.
colleague. Yep,
That's
sorry,
right. We had Martin Gigic join us.
We had Martin Gigic, joining us this year, the Hollywood director. So the program becomes bigger for us, for all of us. But the main thing is, of course, is the joy of working with kids and the ideas which they put. So what I'll do now, I will present one of the movies which we have already presented last week. So we have this year, we had 8 short movies. So I'll start one movie randomly. So give me a second, everyone. Let me share the screen again. And let's do this one. And just before I start the movie, just to explain, the students are divided into the teams of 4 and 5 students. They have of 4 and 5 students, and they do have to create the movie within 2 weeks. It's a really hard job to do, believe me. They have to write the script. They have to start with an idea, of course. They have to organize to write the script, to organize the casting, to do every single step of the movie production. And at the end of the course, they have to shoot with the professional cinematographer. And so I'll show you one of the movies. It's called Our Kidnapping Story. So let's do this.
Help me, please, help. Help me, please, help.
What's up? What's going on? Help! Help!
What are you doing, you stupid idiot?
Well, I'm here to help you, just don't make any noise. Now open the door and take a bottle of water.
Who are you talking to?
To no one. Well, he's there. He found me.
Do you think I'm stupid?
Come on, quickly. The man is sleeping and there's any closed door. It's your opportunity.
So as you understand, it's 100% students' work. We allow them to do, to be as creative as it possible. Of course, it's depends on how old the students are. This program, we always ask for, not to send the students when it comes to the agencies. Please don't send us the students who are younger than 13 years old. It's better for the older ones to do the project. It's quite a hard project to do. I promise that most of the students cry at the end of the course, and of course they smile when everything is done. So thank you very much, David, for the comments. You already saw this movie. I decided just to do the movies randomly this year. We have a very, very different range. Here we have a huge range of the movies, starting with the comedies and murder history stories, etc., etc., and some psychological as well. All right, and so I see that Christopher joined us. Hi, Christopher. How are you doing?
Good to see you, Slavas, and everybody.
So I think that the majority of the people who will be connected, Christopher, who has created the company in 1976, the person who trusted me many years ago to become the head of the director of the company, and then now Christopher is helping part-time, so he's doing the consultancy job, but he will always be our founder. And it's always nice to see you and hear you. So Chris, I know that you didn't see some of the centers. It's going to be some surprises for you as well, and we will show you later on them. So what I really would like you to say a couple of words to everyone.
Well, welcome everybody. In this troubled world, one of the things that's most important is working with or studying with or meeting with students from different countries. I believed this all my life. My wife, I'm British and my wife is French. Our children are trilingual. We've always believed in international cooperation, and this linked with Slavas' creativity makes our summer camps really something special. I mean, it's not just for 2 or 3 weeks. This can change your life. I mean, for the rest of your life, you'll remember these experiences, and it will teach you, that in you can create a better future. Working with people from different countries and unlocking your own potential is, you sit in school most of the time learning what teachers tell you to learn. You have to do it, pass the exams, etc. But this is a unique chance to do something from within you, to create something as teams, to know the dream of teamwork and collaboration. It's so lovely to see people, and it's quite right what Slavas just said, is that people cry when they leave, they don't want it to end. And to see people like David, Traub and Pedro, these people are so talented, and they recognizing this particular course is, and it's wonderful for me to see how what I created at the beginning is now evolving into this creative, really wonderful creative outfit. And I'm proud to still be associated with it. And I thank Slavas and everybody who's involved now for helping to nurture this. Life is being very difficult after COVID-19, and we want to make it, a full comeback. So thank you, everybody, and lovely to see you.
Thanks, Chris. And you were completely right, Chris, when it comes to that we are changing the life. And last year when we did the festival, the One Take Movie Festival, because we presented you the movies, but for everyone to understand, and for the agencies who are now online to understand, when the kids create movies, we still work with them for 1 or 2 months after the course is finished. We're finalizing the movies. It's not only shooting, and then we organize the festival. And the festival where David participates, we had the Martin Gigi, the Hollywood director, this year participated in the project. And David, I didn't read this email to you, but for example, I received this email from one of the mothers of the kids who created the movie, and first of all, she's writing Good Afternoon Slavas. I am Elena's mother, so one of the girls we were working this summer, and I think you remember the girl. And so she, first of all, she thanks for joining the festival, that she loved the festival, the movies which we did during the summer. And she write, I really enjoyed it, and I was amazed indeed at the results. You have done a great job together with the kids this summer, and I would love to congratulate you and the whole team for this. I had the couple of emails last year, the one which said that it's not only that we did some changes and a great job, but they have actually said that the comments which you've made last time and working with the kids have changed their whole idea of the kids and understanding of some of the things. And you remember we had these discussions a lot about what kind of movies they were creating.
You know, like you, and perhaps like, you know, many people watching this video, I have a 15-year-old myself. And what I'm very clear on, even though I have a master's in education myself, I'm a professional educator, is that half of education, probably even more, is social. For all the math and the physics and the biology and everything else, social education, the development of empathy, compassion, leadership, the ability to listen, the ability to support and be positive, etc., is so essential to the future of our species. And I think that your willingness and your the synergy of the entire team around using and acknowledging the social impact and the social power, not only of movies, but of producing them, is just exhilarating. And I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much. And thank you for the honor too, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Your words are inspiring, David. They are really. I mean, it is absolutely true what you say.
I'm reading off of a teleprompter here, by the way.
Shall I be like a brag or not? David is the Harvard University graduate. Christopher is Cambridge University graduate. Oh, I sit in between these big people around. So yeah, how it's not gonna work in a different way, only in a better way for the student, for sure. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead. So I've told that we will have 1 hour for the presentation. It will take me 5 minutes longer. We will still keep around 10 to 15 minutes for questions, so we would be able to finish everything on time. So let me share now the screen with the presentation. So coming back to the one-take movie program, the students create the movie within 2 weeks. Then we show the movie. They organize the casting and everything. And at the end of the year, we organize the festival, online festival, where parents, where their friends are getting together. And this is the follow-up we do. And it's important for all of us, not only for us as the organization. I think it's important for our partners who are now online and working, because we are still working with your students. We are trying to get in contact with them with your help. So it's the project which we really, as any project here, which we love to do. And our project, the other one, let's go from the movies, robotics, and the music. Our program, which is called the Discovery Experience. As many of you know, we work with MSC Cruises. This year, every year we choose the location where we travel. So this year in July, we will be traveling from Miami around the Caribbean. So for the ones who don't know the project, it's not the cruise, the regular cruise. So we use the cruise as the mean of transport for ourselves. This is the program where the students learn geography, world, history, and trying to get with local people around and everything. We could discuss that maybe the cruise is not the perfect transport, but this year we did choose the greenest cruise ship ever, which is called the Seascape. And we will be traveling for 2 weeks with the cruise around in the Bahamas, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Mexico. The program will start on the 29th of July until the 14th of August. We do have now 2 groups already allocated. We do have now 3 still potential groups, which we're discussing. This course is usually around 100 kids. I can show you shortly, the ones who didn't see this before, some of their, I'm really sorry, something doesn't work for me. Okay, it works. So what we do, we travel together with students, and let's say here is the project which we did to Iceland. You remember, Chris, when we've met in a Shetland Island with you? And we had, so the students are using, we have the classrooms, we have their English language classes while we are at sea. And this is one of the classrooms we have. And then we travel and have all the excursions around. Let me show you some of them. Let's say here it was Iceland, so that means there were many volcanoes, geysers, etc., etc. Our kids enjoy the project for sure. For more information, please send me a message. I'll send you the brochure, and we can have a discussion and regarding the group or individual students. Both are accepted. All right, and we have 2 new programs for this year, and one program which we already announced before. And for those who don't know, we signed the agreement with Ubisoft, but that's going to be the next one. So let's start with the program which we haven't announced yet. So from next year, we are finally getting into their drawing, animation, and art. So together with kids, we will be creating a manga. Manga, the ones who don't know what manga is, it's a Japanese style comic book. We have already 2 centers, so we have 2 teachers already joining us. So we will have one in Taunton, and we'll have one in Bedstone for the anime house. We are trying now to finalize the final agreement with several more teachers. And for next year, as soon as we're finishing the agreement with their university in Japan, which does their anime and manga studies, we will present this project even bigger. For this year, we will have several centers which we will run the program. We will be teaching kids how to draw, their techniques, the techniques and the coloring, etc., etc. So this is the type, and then at the end we will have a short comic book with the students. So I'm excited. This is the project which I'm excited to do, and I'm really glad when we have all those new things, and I'm really happy that when we have the discussions with the students, because the idea of the project Anime House, it's completely the students' idea. They wanted, they asked us. We were trying to do this, but it was a little bit hard to do the whole syllabus in the program, and we are on the edge to finish it by the end of January. But the program, we will start selling the program straight after the webinar is finished. And the program which we have already presented before, but it's the new one because we've never done this because of the COVID. During the COVID times, we have signed the agreement with Ubisoft, one of the biggest gaming company in the world. And together with them, we will be organizing the gaming design for the little ones. How it looks like this because it's for the kids 8 to 11 to 12. They will be creating on the base of the rabbits, the type of the game for 1 week. They will be able to send the game to their parents to show how they did. And the second week, it will be a game design. So they will actually work with the design of the game and with the teacher who will be helping them and teaching them to do the game design. So that's generally it for the new programs and the programs we do. So let's not forget, if you send the group, your students can go to different programs from your group. So let's say you have English plus social activities, the regular one. You have English plus robotics, our biggest program, together with the Lego Education and the Robotics Academy. Then we have the English plus music. So it's a music always or music always. I never know, how to call this. Sorry for that. Then we have the one take movie. It's English plus movie making. We have the gaming design. Now we have the new one. Is the anime house. So we will start drawing mangas and animes, and I'm really, really waiting to get them first manga and the first drawing of the student. I know already my son really wants to go to this project. He told me several times, I want to do manga. So I'm really waiting for this for this summer. So I think that's it when it comes to the new projects. Let's not forget about the locations. This year, we will have 3 homestay locations, 1 in Canada and 2 in Ireland. We will have the residence locations for our centers in Bedstone, in Taunton, in near the London, the Hockerell College. We will have Worcester University. We will have, I think, Ipswich High School. So we have 5 centers in the UK. 3 of them are almost fully booked. So yeah, hurry up, contact me, and we're going to talk if we can do the allocation, or you want to say send individual students. We will always keep around 5% for if we are filling in the center for the agencies to know. We will always keep some of the places for individual students because we do love the individual students when they arrive. We do have our own social group leaders for the individual students. We make a group from the individual students all the time, and it's around 20% of the students who are joining us are individual, not in the group base. So that's it for the presentation. I'm 10 minutes late, really sorry for that. We still have some questions, so please, you have the Q&A section. Ask me anything you want, me or any of the panelists, or you can write in the chat as well. If you don't have the questions, don't worry. You can always contact us, send us an email. The ones who are participating, you all have my email address. You also have my calendar, so book the meeting with me, and we will have a discussion about anything you really need to know. So while I'm waiting for the questions, I just wanted to ask if anyone from the panelists would like to say anything, because we do have 5 to 10 minutes. If there is anything else you would like to say? Everyone's quiet. I know, we are getting ready for Christmas, I think. All right. So don't worry, the agencies, if you don't have questions, just send them me your emails. So you can see how many surprises we have. We will send the new brochures to you on this Friday. So you will get all the brochures with all the centers and with all the programs. And there are no more questions.
Slavas,
then, yes.
Where's the cruise course starting and finishing?
It starts in Miami, Chris.
Miami.
You remember, Chris, this time Miami when we had the dances and everything with you.
Yeah, okay.
But this year it's Miami. It's because of the request of some of the agents. We've decided to do this there. They really wanted to go to this part of the world. So we want to move the course from place to place, depending on the year. And this year we've decided to do the Caribbeans.
Great.
All right. So in this case, let me finish with this one. So I would like to thank all the panelists. I would like to thank, I have someone raised a hand. Do you want to ask something? Because you still have to type the question if you raise the hand. But if you don't have any more questions, what I would like to say, I just would like to wish everyone happy holidays. The ones who have Christmas, so happy Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah. to everyone. So once again, I would love to see all of you after the holidays. So let's keep in touch, and thank you very much. It was a great webinar. Thank you very much for your comments. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
Thanks, Slavas.
Thank you.
Yeah.